Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show. We are on episode 673, and I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for this week. I am, of course, Circuit Main. But I'm not here by myself. I'm joined by a wonderful group of panelists here to also bring their takes, thoughts, opinions, and comments on the Brony community as well. We are joined by DM21.
It's been a nice day out.
Tech Stallion. And we are also joined by Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Yep.
And also Tokoi.
I come at inopportune times.
And of course, we're here to bring you the Brony community for this week. And for this week, I decided to delve back into the pool of random games that I picked up during a random horse Steam sale. I tried to make sure that they were all pony related in some way or another, or at least I could make the argument. And in this case, we're going to be checking out a pony game called Unichrome, a 1-bit unicorn adventure. Now, the funny thing about this one is the big reason I picked it up is the art style for the title card, at least on the store, is very much this person either was inspired by pony art or drew pony art kind of art. The game itself, maybe not quite so much, but I think we may still get a hit of fun out of it either way. So, either case, I am eager to check it out and have fun with it. But before we do all of that, of course, we need to do our normal thing, which is to start off, warm up our vocal cords, get ourselves all relaxed and stretched out while I'm nursing a red ale that I cracked open about an hour ago, and I haven't drank it all completely yet, which is kind of surprising to me. As we talk a little bit about our comings and goings and what has been going on with us. And of course, we're going to do that with a big, old, wonderful little dose of Wub. So I'd like to ask all of you, as I do every week, to start us all off. What's up, Bernies?
I'm planning to watch The Mandalorian, Grogu, and He-Man sometime this week.
Having to pay another $1,800 in house repairs. I am running out of money.
I kind of feel that, but I'm not paying that much in house repairs because I'm trying to do it myself. We actually had some a couple of slats start to fall off of my wooden fence here, so I'm gonna be taking a electric screwdriver and of course some screws, and also going to see about getting some metal straps and see if I can reinforce the fence long enough to save up enough money to actually pay for a proper fence repair. The only reason I'm trying so hard not to pay any money is, well, I'll get into that. I don't want to bogart your time. Sorry to hear about the house repairs, though. I think I killed him.
No,
I think he's fine.
Okay.
But in addition to stuff just doing that, I paid $1,000 that was originally $5,000 for when I had to go get my ear checked because I had an ear infection, and it more or less cleared itself up after both sides got infected. But, you know, thank you, insurance, from McDonald's.
Huh.
So somehow my past self was seeing into the future and went, no, I need insurance.
Either that or just common sense, unfortunately, in this day and age where insurance is probably the smart idea. And Suki is dead. Oh, that ain't good.
Did we kill the one person that knows how to actually do insurance?
I have no idea. Either that or maybe the mere mention of medical insurance killed him. It was no, unfortunately, it was his paint. It was his old man painting that you're never supposed to see. He stays young as long as nobody mentions medical insurance, but the moment somebody does, he'll immediately age to dust.
I didn't know he was a Dorian Gray. Wait, that makes sense from where he's from.
There you go. All right. Okay, so, well, anyway, let's go ahead and, I guess let me, elaborate a little bit, as I was going to, before I, held back. So, good news on my part, kind of. I finally achieved one of my financial goals. One of the big things that you're always told about finances is to have enough saved up that you could survive a month in a worst case scenario. And that's been something I've been trying to do, but it's honestly really hard because every time I try to save up, either something happens where I have to pull into those funds, or I do something stupid that I have to pull into those funds. So I admit that in some cases it's my fault. It's not anything that happened to me, but it's something I caused. But in this case, I'm currently holding firm onto that amount. And as long as my paycheck this week is enough to cover everything, and I can hold out until next week, dear world, I should finally be on that track and finally be able to start having a normal savings instead of a oh my god it's savings, which it's never fun to have an oh my god savings, but it's good to have.
Oh, it's not.
It's not fun, but it's good to have it. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to do fence repairs now because unfortunately my neighborhood is very windy, and I think the fence, well, I don't know, 10 years, 11 years, maybe that's actually a normal amount of time for a wooden fence to start degrading pretty badly, but it also feels like I got cheaped out really badly. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I would say if you could put some shrubbery around, but I know you don't want to deal with that maintenance.
I literally can't. It's right next to it's next to a freaking sidewalk. There is no shrubbery to be shrubbed.
Fair. But that would be my only thing, especially with how wind is.
Duly noted, but unfortunately not much. Well, maybe there's some possibility in some cases, but either case,
you're going to worry about that when you have the finances to worry about that.
Pretty much. For now, screwdriver, screws, and a little bit of metal holding things. I forget what they're called, but basically it's like a bunch of it's a metal strip with a bunch of holes in it that you can just screw things into it.
It was mainly the gutters for me circuit, but they also discovered some rotten sections of fascia board.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's
on one side of the house.
Ooh.
And
no, that's understandable.
Though admittedly,
it's understandable aside.
Though admittedly, 1,600 for that doesn't sound as bad.
Nope.
Well, it totals to about 1,800 actually.
Oh, well, that still sucks.
Still under 20 is decent for anything roof related.
Okay, sorry, let me go ahead and make sure I get our chat rooms up in here so that everybody can talk about their things going on.
I see someone has codified Kit with a rainbow dash.
Oh, it's the thing that you do right now. However, the other thing that I thought was kind of funny, I'm mentioning, trying to save money. Currently, there is there's actually going to be a convention coming up this weekend. About the same time that the Amazing Digital Circus is getting their final video out in theaters. So I've also been working hard on making something stupid to just have fun with the convention. It's still a massive work in crazy progress. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm literally flying by the seat of I have no ideas. But I think I got it working, so I'll take it.
What madness have you procured?
It's what madness I'm creating. And you'll never know. Unless you looked. In which case you may know. Anyway, other than that, though, really, not much else going on, at least for me. Anybody else have any other wubs they want to throw out there? And welcome back, Suki.
Yep. Just better decided right then was the time to be like, yeah, I want to give up right now.
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
the funniest bit is we turned it into a thing of you being Dorian Gray with medical insurance being mentioned.
God. No, sorry. It's just sorry. Like, sorry. I know. I know it's not. I know it's not nothing. I know it's nothing with that. But I just heard Dory, and I just thought of Finding Nemo again. And it was no, and it's because I randomly got suggested people reacting to Markiplier's try not to laugh stuff
Oh,
recently,
fair.
and one of the clips in that is a clip of Finding Nemo where they're taking Dory to like Dory's gonna like go to sleep or whatever. And it just they dub in a clip of somebody go like I shoved a whole sack of something up my ass.
Uh,
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah.
yeah, Chaos Sakai. Glitch announced this months ago at this point.
Well, a couple months ago at least, but yeah, no, they apparently they were able to get the ability to show the last episode of Amazing Digital Circus in theaters.
They are including episode 8 in the front, along with a minor transition scene between the two of them.
Which kind
Yeah,
of
to make it more feature length.
well, yeah, they kind of have to, or else it would probably. I mean, it would still be like a 45, 50-minute animated fun thing, but it's like 50 minutes in the theater is kind of crazy.
Unfortunately, I heard some news about that. In Korea, the guy who promoted it heavily at the last day or before it premiered, it got pulled from distribution.
That's a complicated thing that, as armchair reviewers, we should not deal with because there's a
No,
lot.
I just thought I'd bring it up.
No, I know, but stuff like that's also like these
Oh,
fandoms.
here's how
yeah.
you do it. It's a shame, but
Mhm.
there's not much we can do about it except.
From what I've read, the guy was very eager about showing it in theaters, but
Yeah.
guy who promoted it.
There is the fact that someone leaked it, and it kind of proves why they did not want to just hand stuff out.
No, we're not. No. We're not getting into that either. We're not.
No,
We're getting too deep into the weeds on something entirely without proper context. So, it
Speaking of
sucks.
weeks, my cat was gone. Yes, the other day.
Yeah,
It's with the yard.
so yeah, CMC finds this cat and another one goes missing. It feels
But he
like
came back the same day before nightfall.
Guess he just went out for an adventure.
Yeah, we were looking for him for over an hour, and he was when we came back outside the back door, sliding door.
Yeah.
It was so dirty. He must have been hiding or something. Something must have scared him.
Meanwhile, my cat's been having just end of life issues.
Oh,
I'm keeping an eye on him, but it's one of those things of I can take care of him if something happens over the next 2 days, but after that, I'm going to just be worried.
Anyway, we should probably move on here. I think we went way over here, so let's go ahead and move on to some news, and starting off with convention talk.
Are you showing it in the Discord?
Nope. So I should go ahead and take care of that. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the pony conventions that are going to be coming up here very soon, because of course CMC is heading off to one, as well as a few other people that I'm aware of. But Winnie City Pony Con is going to be happening in just a few short days. This is, of course, one of the Charlie conventions that's happening in the Chicago, Illinois area. We've talked a lot about this, but yeah, it looks like they got a big Renaissance Fair theme going on. It looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm really hoping it goes well for all of them over there. It sounds exciting. It sounds amazing. I hope. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rainey. It's CMC and Rainey are going to be going, so I bet Winchester is also going to be involved in all of that. I hope they find some
The
cool
crew
stuff.
normally does that.
Yeah, I hope they find some cool stuff. I hope they let me know about the cool stuff so I can maybe see if I can get a hold of the cool stuff. But anyway, yep, Windy City Pony Con. Oh, that is just so freaking awesome. course, happening at the same time is Epona Fest. This is over in Cremona, Italy. This is, of course, the Italian Pony Convention. It's been going on for a while now, but it's still pretty cool that it is still going on. And yeah, I think it's too late to buy tickets or anything. So yeah, if you're going, you're going. If you're not, you're not. Wow, they even have a build a keychain apparently going on. That is an awesome thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, never mind. It's build a beam pone now, but that's still cool.
It's still the same thing. It's just something else.
Instead of
I'm loving those OC designs.
Yeah, no, they have some amazing OC designs, and it sounds like, yeah, it's the Italian and Swiss Bronies, but that would still be so cool to check out at some point. But then again, I would just like to check out all of these. All of these sound amazing. A week later, we have Everfree Encore. This is over in Germany. This is going to be at a campground. They have an inside concert venue, but it is, of course, a campground area, so there's going lots of tents, lots of hanging out, but still a lot of cool things to see. It's like one of those outdoor festival situations, which sounds amazing. Again, there's a lot of these I wish I could go, but yeah, it's just time, location, a lot of factors, but it still sounds like an amazing time. I really hope they have a good time there. So yeah,
at times it really.
Next, of course, a week after that, we have Izzy's Moonshine Madness. This is also happening in Germany. This is also a kind of a camping situation. In this case, so I believe that they are renting out a big old building. They got a big old building that they're actually going to be renting out with lots of rooms available, and yep, they're just going to be having fun, drinking mead, and just doing all sorts of fun shenanigans. So yeah, I not much to add there other than the fact that it is really cool, really awesome, absolutely love it. Next, a week after that, so we're going week to week to week. So we're entering the Pony conventions week by week. We got Zomerkamp, which is over in the Netherlands. This is also, say it with me now, everybody, a camping one, or at least it is definitely outdoor festival in its situation. But yep, they're setting up camping options. I don't know much else what to add to it, other than the fact that they have indicated that it is going to be a camping trip one. Of course, they do have it in English in case you can't read I don't know what that language is, and I'm so sorry. So please forgive me on that one. But they do have it in English, which is good, so I can talk about it a little bit more. But yep, campsite. They're actually printing their own T-shirts there, which is really cool. And,
but it is a bring your own shirt type situation.
Yep, and just basically just enjoy time camping with bronies for a few days and enjoying festivities and fun. Seriously, I don't. It can't be any more easier than that, but it can't be any. It's fun. Sounds fun. And Norse HorseCon.
Fun.
This is over in Denmark. I believe this is a little bit more traditional maybe a little more traditional. I'm not sure. But, yep, of course, this is more ponies. This one's also a bring your own t-shirt situation. But, yep, just, yeah, they're having a 2-day festival for ponies. And, yeah, I mean, what else can I say? It looks like a lot of fun. A lot of things have already sold out. In fact, I think the tickets have officially sold out. So if you haven't already made your plans to go, you might not want to because you can't now. Well, you can, but you won't be able to get in. And yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna step into this one. Everybody, take a deep breath. We also have to keep in mind that there are other avenues of the fandom in some more questionable locations at times. Of course, the MLP board. Oh, wow, the website doesn't even work. That's kind of funny.
Oh.
I think it's for the best, man.
Maybe it is. But anyway, an online convention is going to be happening. If you know about it, you already know about it. If you don't, massive grain of salt about going to it. It's a flavor. It's an absolute flavor. not gonna say it's bad. They've had some interesting things pop up in there, but they've also had some interesting things pop up there. And finally, to wrap it all up for now, we also have the Shanghai Brony Festival. That is, well, happening in Shanghai. That's all we got. We got no websites. We can look at it, location on a map. It looks like a lot of fun. And considering all the crazy Brony stuff that's been coming out of China, I can imagine it's going to be quite the treat. But that's all I got. I can't say anything else at this moment.
I kind of hate the History Channel right now because I know what getting Shanghai mean, and I want to make a joke about that.
Then don't.
Oh, don't.
We're going to move on immediately because of that. And in fact, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some convention news we did get kind of on our doorstep in some ways. Of course, we're going to shout out Emma, who wanted to...
AKA the Mad Hatter Brony.
The Mad Hatter Brony. They wanted to... of course, they are one of the lead, if not one of the leads, for Rave of the House of Bells, or at least our go-to contact for a lot of Rave of the House of the Bells.
They are one of the chairs of the House of Bells. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, sometimes.
No, I understand. I understand.
I don't want to get it wrong. I want to give them proper respect. I absolutely love them. I'm so glad that they hang out with us here. They are telling us about this stuff so we can tell you guys directly. So, of course, Rave of the House of Bells is going to be they're currently starting performer applications. They actually started now. Well, let's see. Yep, they started now, and they're going to be going all month until July 1st for their 6th Rave of the House of Bells. And, of course, they are actually doing this, probably the sounds of it, in tribute to the unfortunate passing of Nathan. Or Nicholas. Why did I think
Nicholas.
Nathan? I'm going to blame you.
Because you thought Nick, and then you went to Nathan.
Yeah, but why? Anyway. But yeah, to Nicholas, Nicholas Dominique, who unfortunately passed away, well, over a month ago, but we found out about it last week during the show, so we're basically hot off the press talking about it. But they are holding, they're holding, they want to do good by him and for him. So they've started up sign-ups for Rave of the House of Bells. If you are a musician or you know any musicians, be sure to spread the word. Let them know, because that is currently going on, which is really cool, really nice. Really happy about that. And of course, I want to give a personal shout out to White Phoenix, who completely flooded our con chat with pictures, because Spirit Soiree happened over the weekend. This one was a little more interesting because, unfortunately, I am in their Discord group, which is hilarious, but I was not aware of things that were happening until literally day of. But yeah, Spirit Soiree was a big online festival of music, art, and content, good times. Their words. They ran the event in a Ponytown event server, and it looks like they were collecting for St. Jude. Now, along with that, of course, Spirit, since they were running the event through there, they had a lot of musicians going on, and White Phoenix was awesome enough to basically go and explore. So if you go into the con chat of our Discord, you can actually see tons of pictures. Tons and tons and tons of pictures.
Yeah, Emma was like, they had 3 maps. No, these were in caves. And I think something might be cooking from that. Don't know for sure.
Oh yeah, they when I checked out Ponytown at some point, the normal Ponytown, not the event, they did have a massive cave system.
Yep.
So, yep.
Pony Underground. Party all night, y'all.
Pony all night, sleep all day. Yeah. But yeah, there are so many pictures. You can literally spend an entire day just going through all of them and looking at all the details. A lot of details were put in. I had to open up the grave site. I had to open up the freaking grave site. Why not? Yeah. Okay, let's see. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with moon mills. Intense. But yeah, looks like a good and amazing time was had. Thank you so much for getting the pictures and putting them onto the Discord, White Phoenix. Reginald the Giant Scorpion. What? I feel like I missed something there.
Madness, madness.
Everything's madness. But yeah, be sure to take a look for yourself if you want to. They are some amazing pictures. I did make an announcement in our Discord as soon as I found out that the event was happening. Hopefully, some people were able to attend and check it out. I could not. Unfortunately, was preoccupied. Meh. But with that is going to do it for our con news. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the regular news, which we don't have a lot of. It's actually coming to pass what I figured was going to happen, and things are kind of getting quieter now. So, good news, it means we have more time to talk about things. Bad news, it means that we have to start finding things to talk about a little bit, which is, maybe it's a good thing for people. I don't know. Let's start off here. More promo cards have been released for the Caillou trading card game set number 2, which of course is Discord.
Yay!
Now, if I am correct, these should be the English cards. So this is the second set of the English variety of the playing card game. But yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. You got some great artwork here. You can get a general idea of what the card vibe is going to be. The artwork alone on the cards is something else, though. That is just some amazing artwork.
Dang.
But yeah, the Discord card set, of course, it has not come out yet, so you still have opportunity to grab some of the first set before that becomes a harder thing to find. Unfortunately, that is one of the things I'm probably going to have to end up finding online, because I don't think my neighboring geeky stores are going to be carrying any of it, which is a pain. Or if I go to Target, maybe I can find some. Of course, now the big eternal question we have to ask is Rarity Donald ducking it?
You made a sailor outfit for Sweetie.
Is she making Sweetie Belle Donald duck it then? These are
it's not
questions.
the worst thing to do.
These are important questions. We have to ask this. Oh. Apparently there was a giant scorpion in the caves at Spirit Soiree called Reginald. Is there a way to find out what the game's rules are? Yes. I do not know where, but I'm sure there's a way. I would be really surprised if you couldn't. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next little bit of news that we have. So, yeah, I might as well talk about this. The unfortunate thing about this, this is a creator of ASMRs. We actually talked a little bit about them. Unfortunately, they had a demonetization issue because YouTube is being real fun. Whoa!
Applejack's giving me eyes.
Okay.
Rainbow Dash is giving me eyes.
Whoa!
Right, eyes.
Can you call me when you get a chance?
Tech, are you talking to us or somebody else?
Tech, you may have not muted yourself properly if you can hear us. And we're not supposed to hear you. I don't know.
Whoops, I thought I muted myself. Sorry.
It's quite
Nope,
right.
you're good.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, from what I
leave your blinkers on.
Okay, from what I understand, I believe that they are setting up kind of a Patreon situation where they're going to be doing more ASMRs, but unfortunately it's going to be like paid or Patreon content, which sucks. But unfortunately, that is kind of the way things are leaning right now, which is really a shame. But
In some ways, I understand that, but also I'm just over here like,
if YouTube refuses to officiate or curate this content, then they just lost business.
well, I think YouTube is kind of in an interesting predicament on their own, considering. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to defend them, but I am going to.
Oh, I'm
try
not defending them either.
But I understand the situation. But yeah, no, it's just that there's way too many good channels that are getting completely destroyed for crap, and it's really a shame. But
Each month we move closer to the YouTube apocalypse.
again, I think it's what, the fourth time. Anyway, be sure to check it out. Anyway, well, let's move on. Now, we mentioned this before. We're going to mention it again because this is a big deal for a lot of people. It has been announced that Lauren Faust is going to be attending Everfree Northwest this year. So, if you had any qualms about going, this might be a big reason to go this year. Because you get to find the pony, you get to meet the progenitor, the Pony Prime. The reason that we're even here to talk about this stuff, I mean, we may still be around in general, we just may not be here talking about this stuff.
Or as many people talking about it.
Yeah. So yeah, it is way awesome. It's really exciting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an autograph because I'm sure the lines are going to be all the way to the bottom floor and maybe even through the ground at some points. It's going to be completely crazy, but we'll see what happens. You never know. And finally, yes, I warned you, not a lot of news. Tamers has released another animation. In this case, Twilight Hurts Celestia's Feelings. Now, I'm sure none of you need me to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. If you have not seen this before, this is one heck of a time to jump in on it, I'll tell you that. Because I think this is like the 15th one they've made, maybe even further than that. The animation style is an interesting combination of both crude, cut art, and actually pretty decent. You get a lot of really mixed things all together in it. The humor is all over the map in both crude and not so crude. Think early 2000s internet. You're going to be pretty spot on the mark there in a lot of cases. But yeah, it's still, you pretty much know what you're getting into at that point. Just be careful if you have sensibilities. You are going to have sensibilities hurt at some point. There is no questioning about that.
It's that face.
Anyway, yep, another one is out. Check it out if you want to, or if you can. A little bit of both, really. And now, of course, as we meant, we're going to talk a little bit about an artist that you should check out, and also something fun that I figured I'd just throw in here for giggles. In fact, I might see if I can get Cold Dust and CMC in here early. So let's see. Where? Trains.
Other
Maple syrup. Art, avocados, venison jerky, Roan.
Alcohol?
Okay, I think that's enough magic words. Let's see what happens. So first, we're going to talk artist here. The next artist I want to talk about and bring to people's attention is Avara Meow, or just Avara, or Orapal. There's a lot of names. They got a lot of names on aliases here.
That is an adorable your character here thing.
Yep, I was taking a look around and I ran into some of their art and I thought it was really cool and I absolutely liked it. The one thing that stuck out with me was recently this one. Oh, that's in Russian. So let's get it. So yeah, they have a really cute art style, kind of a silly sense of humor. Absolutely love it. It's a thing I live for. I really do enjoy their art.
Arch Linux. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, they also do have your
$30 for that? That's not too bad.
Yeah, $30. You can have your character here with your pony having a little pony bouncing on their head. But yeah, they have a fun little light colored art style. They've been around for quite some time, so you got plenty of things to choose from here. A lot of different generations. You can see they're in the big group shot there. But yeah, I wanted to give them a proper shout out because they are still creating art. They have some really awesome commissions that you can get in, and I think it's cool stuff. So, what do you think, Goldust?
Just a question before anyone starts. Are you going to be putting this in the show notes?
Of course. I'm
Yes.
actually working on doing that right now.
I just got here. I don't actually know. Hang on, let me take a look.
Look at the
Click.
cute art on the circuit stream.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that is cute.
I want to do $30, so either Feather is bouncing you or you're bouncing Feather.
That's adorable. Look at them all. Who is this artist?
This is Avermeow.
Or as PayPal puts it,
Avermeow. Yeah, AVRA Meow on Gmail. You also got Avra on Twitter and X.
There was a model train club in the area that was called the AVRA. I don't know what that stood for.
but again, adorable artwork.
Yeah, absolutely fun art and absolutely love it. But yeah, and it's got Cold Dust. I like it, so yeah, absolutely should check it out.
It looks pretty cute. Look at
It's
that.
so cute.
All right, and also something that I think would be fun I decided it would be fun to go back to one of the earlier places I would go for pony stuff. See if they still had pony stuff, and also maybe a little bit kind of not exactly memory lane, but more like make a notice of it in case people are still interested in trying to collect pony merch. Toy Wiz.
Oh.
What?
This was an interesting site that I went to more than a few times way back in the early fandom days. In fact, I believe I got some exclusive Funko figures either from them or because of them. I also managed to pick up a few other fun things, but yeah, no, they had they have an interesting way of. Oh wow, yeah, they even had the figures here.
Wow.
Wait, they actually still have some of the energy drinks?
Well, they said energy drinks, but at the same time, I think a lot of the stuff here is a combination of they may still have it, and it also, oh my god, they have the sling bag.
Oh wow.
Also, you got to remember, this is possible overstock, or they have a network they buy from.
Okay, I think they just scrolled to the end and there wasn't the drink.
Yeah, I'm glad I still kept mine. I still have one of the energy drinks, and it's still sealed. But yeah, look, you can get a cupcake candy tin. I mean, look at that. The only thing I kind of have an about Toy Wiz is some of the prices can be a little overboard. Just to put case into point here, let me reload this real fast because the Kotobukiya figures are here. The actual figures are a little bit cheaper than this by maybe about $20, I think, maybe 20, 25. I think
maybe, yeah, but the thing is, I look every now and then look at other sites, and I see most of the time out of stock or one left.
Yeah, considering these are pre-orders that aren't going to be showing up until June or August. So apparently my pre-order came a lot quicker than the actual store orders. Interesting, which is interesting to note. But otherwise, this is still kind of an interesting site to go to, and I would highly recommend it. Just for some more random, obscure stuff, or maybe if you really are on the hunt for some of the weirder things, like the
Holy crap! They're selling Canterlot game or the My Little Pony CCG card game. Like, okay, a full 36 pack of booster pack for Canterlot Knights is currently going on this website for $600. I remember when I used to be able to get it on Amazon for like 60 to somewhere under 100. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember we were
That-
handing them out like candy because we just had so many of them.
Oh, so the Canterlot Knight, the dual deck starter thing, decks I got from the dollar store years ago are practically more expensive now. God.
That's because
Well,
supply and demand. They stopped printing, therefore the supply is low and demand can be
Yeah.
high.
It can be,
Can really be high,
especially they are
especially with
sealed.
card.
They are sealed packs though, so that's going to cost.
Yeah,
something.
I unsealed mine. Yeah, no
So
selling that.
that's still worth something, but it's not,
I
the
have a
crazy
bunch of
fee.
I have a bunch of unsealed packs of cards because I just never got around to opening them. I need to open them so that way they become worthless.
Go
I am
for
not
it.
in this fandom for collecting. I mean, I do collect stuff, but I'm not in it to make
To make
money off of collecting.
Yeah.
or preserve it for. This is one thing I gotta find some point. I'm not gonna buy from here because $70 is crazy, but
Actually, you can set up a game of that in Tabletop Simulator.
Well, yeah, but I like a physical copy for just because I'm stupid.
True. I can't have anything like that in my house because a new doggy, and probably cats would mess with it too.
Yeah.
Not if you have it on a high enough shelf, because not every animal will do.
My cats go through my room a lot, especially since a new puppy came.
Yeah, the only problem is the site is a little weird. Some things are out of order. It's got things like newest editions, but all of these are out of stock, and you got to scroll all the way down just to find freaking Spike dog tags.
I have to say, I have to laugh at, like, as far as like all these older My Little Pony toys go that are on here. So some of the ones that seem to have the lowest prices are the Funko Pops.
Yeah,
that
the
is
Funko
silly.
Pops they over
That is not-
manufactured those.
That's not surprising.
Okay, here's something funny. I actually
Funko
got
Final
one of
figures,
these.
however, those
Actually-
are the golden
I actually
goose.
got one of these, but apparently you had a bunch of Pinkie Pie baseball figures from different teams.
Oh,
Oh.
God, the Tigers.
I
A sports fan I know, Brony Pegasus there, that I know really is into sports, and I can't remember what.
Oh, you
the
can get the Chinese
fighters,
dress
but-
Pinkie Pie.
Wow, $92.
Yeah,
Well,
but look at these prices for the individuals.
yeah, some of these are. They have an interesting mix. I'm not gonna lie, they have a very interesting mix. You might find something that is at a good price if you're hunting it, or others they know that they're the kind where like we know what we have. I know what I have. Don't you dare lowball me, kind of thing.
Before I forget, the Pegasus sister I'm talking about, she loves Pinkie Pie and she loves sports. So that even if it's not the team she roots for, I think it would be a must buy, or she already has it herself.
Yeah, got comics there. But yeah, no, it's
again,
a lot of fun things here. I do recommend checking it out. You might find something you might like. You might find something you didn't even know existed, and then try to find it
If
at
the
a better
price
place
seems
for a better
crazy,
price.
check eBay first.
Yeah, if the price
Hey,
is crazy,
Circuit.
actually, if don't check eBay, there's gotta be other places to look.
Yeah.
Or if you check
Hey,
eBay,
Circuit.
look at
Or
what's
reliable
sold.
for shipping,
Look at
but,
what's
their
sold.
prices vary.
Just to say, if you do check on eBay, look at what sold at eBay on that price. Not what they're selling,
not-
trying to sell it for. What's sold at that price.
Hey, Circuit, do you ever
Yes,
look through like eBay and stuff at stuff that you already have just to see like, you know, what people are asking for it these days?
Not entirely, but mostly because I use price charting. Because usually, if I'm going to do that, it's with my more retro video games. And price charting
Oh, yeah, that makes
gives a better. Price charting is actually a lot better about that.
I know for the fact that simply because I have almost an entire wave of Bionicle, I could probably easily make back like $2,000.
Like right here, you can see I have a copy of Earthbound here,
Mm-hmm.
and right now it is
$383.
$2,000.
What?
And this is where
that
I'm
sealed?
like,
Is that sealed?
damn my perception.
Is that vacuum sealed or just?
Just the box, the strategy guide in the game. It's not sealed. That would probably be new price or maybe even graded in some.
Oh yeah, new price. The different graded prices now. I'm seeing them.
Just oh my god, Just. Oh, the loose price is also terrible. Oh god.
Makes it more affordable.
Well, as the old saying goes, if you wear something when it was not as old as it is
Chaosikai has
now-
it right. Priceless and worthless at the same time. And the site that we
Depending on
were
who's
checking out
buying
before was Toywiz. TOYWIZ. Toywiz.
Yeah, I remember doing that just to check on Bionicle stuff.
Oh look, you can get wedding figures still. Hey, you can get. Oh no, you can't. It's
Oh
gone.
yeah, you only get the Lyra.
No, out of stock.
Yeah.
You get
only
Lyra,
You
which
can only get the Lyra, and she doesn't even have
Yeah.
a wedding. Does she even have a wedding dress? It's just. Oh
No,
god.
she doesn't.
Oh, it's got the little mini DVDs that they used to have though. Look at that.
Oh.
And Lyra looks completely off kilter. And, oh god, I suddenly feel so weirdly nostalgic and old all at the same time somehow.
Oh jeez.
Oh my gosh, the
Oh,
ones
that-
with the DVD. Oh
it
my
has
gosh,
less than zero.
it has
Literally,
less
you
than
want-
0. Oh my
Yes.
god.
Also, that picture frame of the main 6, season 1.
Yeah. Wait, why does Lyra have a picture of the main 6 like that? That is actually kind of creepy.
It was
Well, we
Twilight's
learned
friend.
later on that she is friends with Twilight, and
Yeah.
she
That's
might
still
have just-
creepy. It's still creepy.
Well, hang on,
Also,
hang
I
on.
will just
Wait
say
a
for-
minute. Let's think about this. This is a Lyra figure from the Royal Wedding playset. And the Royal Wedding, what was one of the key things of it? Changelings. You're not buying a figure of Lyra, you're buying a figure of Changeling Lyra. A Lyra that is a changeling, and the reason why she has the photo of Twilight's friends is because they're all invited to the wedding. She needs to be familiar.
Oh boy.
That's
Now
a 4D
Her
chest
enemies.
right there.
I got intriguing.
That is some genius
Wait.
stuff. Cole, write a book.
Wait. No, okay. Hold on. Last one, and then we're gonna move on because we got the Pink Lestia.
Ah, classic.
Classic
Classic.
Pink Lestia. Oh, look at that.
Well, yeah, Pink Lestia, and I want to say Blue Bay Twilight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Luna.
Oh, here's something funny.
Yeah.
Apparently, Toywiz does actually buy toys too. So if you are crazy enough, you can try selling it to him. Don't. Seriously, just put it on eBay. Talk to a selling sites. You will get a better deal. Anyway, yeah, check it out. Fun stuff. This makes me feel old. I'm gonna move on. Well, nostalgic and old. I don't know. It's kind of a combination. Let's go to art. Well, in this case, we're going to go to our challenge of the week and our newer section, Creative Showcase. Because we want you to feel like your stuff is creative and that you're just showing it off. Because we love you. And of course, our prompt for the Creative Showcase was arting prompt, which would be madness. That's right, madness. But we also had a protest challenge. Didn't we, Goldust? Goldust.
Goldust.
Oh,
thank
hi.
God. Sorry, everything suddenly went quiet. I got really worried. Goldust, we also had a protest challenge, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Now, what was that protest challenge?
The Protest Initiative Challenge this week was Chalkboard.
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 So at the moment, I am still engaged, at least for one more day, to an artist training ground. So because of that, I was kind of keeping myself light on arting. So I just did a sketch approach to my prompt as opposed to coloring it, lining it, or doing anything more than just a general sketch. I think it works for it though. But yes. So
Is good. Is good.
I'm circuit writing on the chalkboard while slowly sinking into madness. and I'd like to think I at least made it look good because I went through a couple of edits on this. I'm trying really, really hard to try to understand how arms and shoulders work, which seems to be, for lack of a better term, my Achilles heel right now, among many.
That's a lot of joints.
I know, right?
Second, the best way I could say that is do the 3-circle method with one circle being the shoulder, one circle being the elbow, and one circle being the hoop.
One thing that
just draw a straight line to it to see the angle, and then work from there.
One thing that I did whenever I was like trying to get my head around that stuff a long time ago was I just kind of like looked at Pony screenshots and I just drew where the circles would be for the joints and just kind of like worked from there and then just I will say it is something I need to do again because I feel like my understanding has kind of dwindled in the past couple years, but sometimes just adding red lines over a screenshot just to get an idea of like how shapes go together is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, you're probably not wrong, though. So technically I did do a 3-circle method, so nice try. The problem is it's not positioning the arms, it's getting the proportions right.
I think it mostly comes down to practice. You'll get there.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly, this is not bad.
It really isn't. It's in all honesty, it's just the area between the pit and the shoulder that is driving me the most berserk now. I think I got the arm and the length of it going a little bit better. Body structure is a little bit better too. There's still work to be done, but all things considered, that's the one real sticking point that I know I still have. By the way, the words from something. I must not fear. Fear is a mind killer. Fear is a little death that brings total oblivion. I will face.
You were doing Dune, weren't you?
Yeah, but technically I was also doing Earthworm Jim because Peter the Puppy repeats that constantly in the show, which is hilarious. But
I love the fact that they did that, and as kids, people that wouldn't understand Dune basically went, "Oh, that's so deep."
It's not. It's not exact. Well, I mean, it's a good quote, but I mean, deep, maybe not so much.
Second, as kids, we were gullible as hell.
No, we weren't. I never heard of that as a kid. I thought it was a joke.
But I was a little bit more gullible than the average kid back then.
I mean, I know now it still sounds cool. I'm not gonna deny it. It does sound cool, but I didn't think it was deep in any way. I think it's just like one of those cool things that you hear. Anyway, so Circuit into Madness, running on a chalkboard, and we also had Toakoi.
One drawn in chalk, one that's a little bit too straight for a chalk drawing.
Well, I can't argue the madness there, though I think the madness is going to be the teacher when they realize that they didn't draw it in chalk and it's probably in paint.
Is that sort of Pac-Man fusion beside you?
No, in all honesty, I just did a connective polygon tool, went to places, and that's what came out. I had the eyes and did the little curves on the feet. And also I intentionally made the backroom color, the background color, the backroom's color.
Well, considering the movie just came out, I guess that's a fair point.
Nice.
I didn't notice that at first.
Well, that's the thing I like to do with my things. I may use paint, but at times I know it so well that I can do it to have some subversive things.
All right, and also a couple.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yep, Yep. So Rainy did get into the beam parade that is going to be happening again. Let's see. And this is a friend of theirs that got an OC gifted, and Rainy also got one of their bat ponies.
Mm-hmm. If you look in the Ponies Online chat, they were also used up there with Rainy's permission.
Sweet. And I think that was the only other creative pieces that were brought in by the people. So, really quick, as I mentioned, I am doing an artist training ground. I gave myself the prompt to do everything with felt pen, with no sketch lines. Not to say that I wasn't doing outside sketching to try to at least get a general idea of what I wanted it to look like, but all of it was drawn directly from pen to paper. So there was no lines to follow, nothing. Basically, I just kind of was stuck with what I had. So the one things I want to throw out immediately, I'm gonna age myself so badly right now, but first off, this isn't it. Just to say that this isn't it. I drew this for a different artist training ground back in August of 2013.
Oh God.
This is over.
I vaguely recall that.
This is over 12 years
Yeah.
old. I do not recall what the prompt was exactly on this one. Now, the prompt I did get, though, for this year's artist training ground that I'm doing with Pony Sky was to redraw a picture from a previous newbie artist training ground using what you've learned. So I figured, what better way than to really stress test myself in more ways than one by grabbing one that I did, one of my earliest works that I still have access to, in a way, because there is a very good possibility I might still have some of my older drawings still. But this is one of the early ones I still had on DeviantArt, no less. And then I took that and used it as a reference for this.
You have improved so much, guys, if you flick back between the two of them.
Somebody kill me. Oh my god.
The difference is staggering.
Okay, it is different, but I will not lie. I was hating myself starting off on this drawing here. Plus 13 years, I was hoping for a little bit more, but again, I am also using felt pen. And
this is already a league's improvement.
Yeah,
leagues of improvement, I meant.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I am using felt pen, and basically I'm stuck with what I'm drawing. So unlike this one where I could basically chicken scratch the whole way through, which yes, I chicken scratched the whole way through. You can very easily tell. You know, I basically was stuck. I had the line, and I could try to shade around it. I could try to emphasize some things, but I was basically stuck. Granted, yeah, you can still see I had some moments. It's hard not to.
You have some moments of frustration of, come on.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, of course, I do recognize my felt penning is getting better. Because, I mean, this one, there are still some errors, but all things considered, it still works. Not bad. So, yeah. It's been an ordeal, but I am glad I've gone through it. I still got one more prompt left to go, and I am still going to work on arting with just felt pen. But I also might scale it back a bit and do a felt pen over a sketch drawing, just so I can try to get a better idea of how I want to draw proportions properly instead of just eyeballing it without any real good reference, which mixed feelings. Anyway, well, with all that out of the way, who's ready to get creative? Not too bad, we're going to be doing it anyway. So, it is time. It's time for the wheel. This is the picker wheel. Chalk zone. Just to check, DM, is that your actual prompt? I just want to check on that. Just kind of
yeah, chalk zone.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. So, well, if it
Chalk
goes,
zone. Have you not heard of the cartoon Chalk Zone?
Oh yeah, I remember that cartoon. I used to really like that one.
well,
Me too.
If it comes up, we'll figure it out.
Nickelodeon was the one who broadcasted it.
All right, we're already getting prompts in, but just for anybody who is unfamiliar with this, this is our challenge of the week prompt. We ask for everybody for a prompt. You can put in any prompt you want if you want to. However, once the prompt is picked, you are stuck. You cannot change your mind. You cannot alter it in any way. It is there. But everybody is allowed to have one prompt. All of them are going to go into this wheel. Once we feel that we have enough and nobody else is entering in prompts, we're going to randomize the wheel entries, so there is no way you can get any kind of advantage, and then we spin it. And once that is selected, that prompt will be the prompt for the week, at which point we will ask you to go out there and be creative however you can, however you want. You can participate with this in any way. If you want to draw something in pencil, you want to color it in crayon, you want to paint something, if you want to make music based off of the prompt, if you want to do an interpretive dance, if you want to bake a cookie, however you are creative, however you express your creativity, you are free, you are open, and you are hopefully able and willing, but you are free and open to create however you want, wherever you want, whyever you want. Just put them all up there.
I had this prompt idea since the middle of last week, but you're glad I just stuck with it because how when you said one of your words, creative, I thought, don't hug me, I'm scared.
Green is not a creative color.
Leave me alone. I like being green.
Nothing's wrong with being green.
Nothing
It ain't
wrong.
easy being
that
yourself.
is part of one of the lines from the "Don't hug me, I'm scared."
Yes. Yeah, it's been ages since I've remembered that series. God.
It was a weird.
By the
line.
way, Chaos, fair enough on the wrong mark, but given the fact that not only am I referencing Pride Month, I'm also referencing Vegeta with the thing of just yelling.
All right. Okay, I don't think we're going to get any more here, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle up and spin. I'm going to take a sip of water. Well, far be it from me on that one.
Yay, I love this show!
So, challenge next week is Chalk Zone, which I have never heard of before in my life, so now I'm going to have to do some quick research. But we do have a protest challenge, I believe. Do we?
Protest initiative challenge this week is ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Delicious ice cream with lots of syrup.
Ice cream.
Totally not
Ice
because I ate
cream.
half a tub of Ben and Jerry's this morning.
You know, I'm not as surprised as I would be.
It's good ice cream, man.
I'm
Can I
not going
give
to
a break?
deny it. I
Give
still
me a
need to
break.
go to the Ben and Jerry's up in Washington.
All right, so yep, Chalk Zone looks like at least in Game Rant's opinion, an overlooked Nickelodeon show. Considering I've never heard.
Oh,
of
it is freaking awesome. Mainly because that's an artist and he does amazing stuff.
That and the show was kneecapped when Nickelodeon decided to put it on 6 a.m. of all time slots in the mornings.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's no worry about that. Apparently, they have every single episode on a YouTube playlist.
Hey, it's just like Metabots.
53 freaking what? Really?
Yep, you can watch all of Metabots season 1 and 2.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna trust this playlist too much, considering it's got everything from Casper to freaking Predator Facts. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, really quick. Is Chalk Zone supposed to be a full length show, or is it just like little quick
It's
snippets?
full length.
No, it's a full length.
A 15
It was
each.
basically 2 15-minute episodes.
Okay, then yeah. Wow, I am. Okay, yeah, no, the YouTube playlist I found was just like 15 second, 30 second. Okay, if you're gonna try to do Chalk Zone, I wish you the best of luck. I am having a time finding episodes, but then again, I gotta remember this is YouTube. It's probably a little bit more, Yeah, hold on.
I would be surprised.
Huh. Hot Diggity Demon actually did a Chalk Zone parody 14 years ago.
Yeah, you can find its theme song pretty easily. Some of the music videos, a lot of essays on it.
Okay, so I was able to locate some resources for Chalk Zone. I have a feeling that you guys are going to make my life miserable, or I'm just going to draw something that looks like it's in chalk. I don't know which. But anyway, okay, I wish you all the best of luck.
Unfortunately, you'll find it on Paramount Plus.
No, I will not.
That's why I said
have a feeling
unfortunately.
it won't be.